All right, we on live.
All right. Shabbat Shalom. We the brothers from the gym, that's Louisiana Saints coming back at you with another quick Shabbat lesson. Prior to getting started, as we always do, we like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh,
Yahweh
Bob
Shah
Shem,
Barakatah.
double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the items that's pushing the truth and sincerity. And Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to both elect, then to those that cleave to the body. And today we're going to get into a lesson concerning versatility and understanding. As we do know, as we grow in the scriptures and go in the scriptures, we have to understand that there's many ways that the Father gives out his word unto his people, man. All right, there's parables, there's similes, there's allegories, okay? But ultimately, out of all those things, and all those things, we have to have understanding. All right. We have to have understanding of what we're reading, what we're reading it for. All right. And knowledge and wisdom cannot be had, least it be by the way of understanding, man. Okay. Again, wisdom is knowledge applied, and which the things that we're applying, we have to understand, man. All right. We have to understand why we're in the truth. We have to understand salvation. We have to understand what being brotherly means. We have to understand what immortality is. All right. So all things requires understanding. So, and even in understanding, all right, there's different layers of it. You have to peel back the layers of it. All right. As you're receiving it, as you getting it. All right. Give me that Proverbs 4 and 7 to start, brother.
God, this is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 7. It says, wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding.
Right. So really you can't even have wisdom if you don't have understanding. Because one can be wise in his head, man. All right. As I think it was me and Amawad, and that did the video, a wise man eyes is in his head. But in his head is where your heart lies. Where your heart at is where you think at, man. All right. But what you think upon, it have to be thought with understanding, man. All right. All things have to be examined by understanding. And sometimes you gotta comb through your understanding. All right. But the Lord have left it understanding simple. All right. But at the end of the day, you can get your mind can get puzzled, all right, or be in a difficult state by trying to go beyond understanding what you need to understand, man. All right, as a line, it's a cross that you can cross into where you'll seek out too high for your understanding. So you got to have bounds and limitations on how you understand it. You can't go too far. You can't stay too low. All right, you got to have what? You have got to have the wiggle in it, man. All right. Read 8.
It says, exalt her, and she shall promote thee. She shall bring thee to honor when thou dost embrace her.
Right. So when you get brought to honor and understanding, then you put forth the word of knowledge, man, by the Heavenly Father, sound doctrine. All right. A lot of people understand things their own way, and by default, the Lord punish them. All right. He calls them to what? Err in their words and their judgments. All right. To ultimately what? To start to err in their ways, man. They start to say things that don't make sense. It be talk without sense, man. All right. And the Lord have given us, seasoned us in particular ways, all right, that we may stay what? In the confinements of our understanding, man. All right, because men get besides themselves. Give me second Esdras 8 and 6. Samakia, second Esdras 8 and 6.
Okay, this second address. All right, this second address 8 and 6. And it says, "O Most High, if thou suffer not thy servant, that we may pray before thee, and thou give us seed unto our heart, and culture to our understanding, that there may come fruit of it."
Right. So it says that thou give us seed unto our heart, that our heart may be planted right, first and foremost, all right, and culture to our understanding. And the way that our our heart can grow, and he culture our understanding is season us in righteousness, man. All right, season us with the law. All right, water us with his law, his right, his upright judgment. All right, that we may continue to be devout servants. All right, because a man want to sometimes serve the Lord. Mine want to tell him 7 more times than a watchman, man. Meaning what? He wanna figure out things and do things how his mind may be telling him. But we got to remember that we have to always have a mind and heart towards the Lord. He already he already planted seed in our heart. All right, which is this word and culture to our understanding. Gave us season in the word. All right, on how to wiggle in the word. I'm get the word versatile in the online etymology.
I got the word understanding for you too.
Um,
It's versatile and the online etymology. It says circa 1600 and constant from the Latin versatilis, which means turning, revolving, moving, capable of turning with ease to varied subjects or tasks.
Yeah,
right.
you should be able to be adaptive to things, man. Subjects, constantly. Go ahead, out.
Nah, that's on point. So having that having knowing there's a uh, that there's a level in which you have to grow and understanding. That's why give me uh one of y'all brothers, give me that where it says I love thy precepts and I hate every false way. It may be Psalms 1. I can't think of it off the dome.
Psalms 119 and 104.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I'll just read it. Psalms 119 and 104. It says, "Through thy precepts I get understanding. Therefore I hate every false way."
Right. So now we understand that all understanding come through the precepts of the Lord. So anything outside of that, he said, other than that, he ate every false way. So if he get his understanding through the precepts, there's no other way to gain and get understanding according to your knowledge. There's other ways, but the best way is to get it through the precepts. All right. Now, yeah, brothers gain uh knowledge and experience and different things. But after we do speak on experience that we got to filter with the precepts. You see, we can't just say, "Oh, I got experience," but it don't go with what the scriptures have. All right, everything got to be what compacted in. You see, and it says, and versatile is able to do many things well. So when you have versatility and understanding, you able to understand things, all right, in many ways. Okay, you have to understand things in many ways, but they have to all be recommended, all right, in a way in which the Lord allowed them to be basically understood, man. You can't understand and see things out your own way. It ain't gonna work well for you, man. All right. After the precepts, you start to get into a false way. All right, that's as the brother say, man. The precepts are commandments, statutes, judgments, limitations. That's all the understanding we know or need to know. That's why the Lord gave us the law. All right. If you understand and move and turn and twist in the law, you're gonna be platinum, man. In the words of my beloved brother, you're gonna be platinum, man. You know, all right. But you say you got something, I'm wide.
Yeah, it's more on this definition of versatile too.
Come on, go ahead.
It says to keep turning, to be engaged in something, to turn over in the mind, which is really, repentance. You turn over to the ways of the Most High and turn away from the ways of this world. It says meaning able to do many things well.
Yeah, yeah, having a great diversity or variety, man. All right, and as your understanding can get continues to evolve and increase, all right, you start to bring out different points. You start to be able to explain things differently. You start to, be able to convey things more thoroughly, all right, more understandable, all right. But you got to be relatable to understand it, man. I mean, you got to be relatable in order to do this, man. All right, you got to apply what you understand and know too, and you got to have faith in what you understand, man. All right, because they help you correlate with how you can convey what you need to say and do and understand it. Really, all we conveying is the word of the Lord. All right, you just saying vessels, seasoned different. All right, and conveying the word of the Lord in the same manner, but in different ways. All right, but according to righteousness. Go ahead, Kalai, you got something?
Yeah, I got a quick precept for you. It's the book
You
of
got it.
Sirach, chapter 18, and verse 28. It says, every man of understanding knoweth wisdom, and will give praise unto him that found her.
Yeah.
Now, it said, it says going down to
Start
29, it
over
says,
again. Start over
Con,
again.
every
I won't
man of
speak.
understanding knoweth wisdom, and will give praise unto him that found her.
Right. So a man of understanding knoweth wisdom. All right. Um, I think Rashab, I had you holding Proverbs 14 and 6.
Eight.
Bring out six first. I had you holding 8, but bring out 6 is the precept there, brother. And it says a man of understanding knoweth wisdom, right?
Con.
Go ahead.
Is Proverbs 14:6. It says, a scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not, but knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth.
See, knowledge is
Con.
easy to him that understand it. Meaning it start to get easy to turn, easy to give to this brother, easy to digest. All right, easy to give. It just start to become the norm. All right, and that's not that you boast in it or get proud in it, but it start to what we always got to deal with the simplicity and the complicity and the complexity, man. And that from the elder apostle Gabor. All right, when he said he couldn't have said it more beautifully. As teachers, we're teaching the simplicity and the complex things. All right, like when you simplify understanding, it gives you versatility. All right, long as you don't pile on it, all right, and understand the foundations in which the Lord set things up, you can always go to the foundation and you'll always be able to move with your understanding, man. All right, understanding is not stagnant. First and foremost, it's not stagnant. It don't get in and be like, all right, I understand it this way, that's it. Nah, there's always other ways to understand something, man. All right,
Con.
but we got to level off what we doing as well. So you got to even know the levels in which you can actually understand things, man. You know, go ahead,
I
I
got one more. I got one more line for you. It's
go
verse
ahead.
29. It says, they that were of understanding and sayings became also wise themselves,
Yeah.
and poured forth exquisite parables.
Mm-hmm.
So you evolve, like you said, brother.
Yeah.
Once you start to get things under your belt, start to, pretty much let wisdom have her way with you. All right, you start to evolve, man. You start to become more versatile in the things that you speak of, which is
Yeah.
these scriptures.
Yeah. And exquisite is carefully selected. All
That's
right.
right.
It's careful thought because you understand what you're giving out. All right. Now, we have careful parables that we use because why? You can go off in the parable or misword it. All right. But we have a careful selection because the versatility in our understanding teaches us that when we do apply understanding, we got to apply, all right, in which the scriptures have allowed it us to. All right. We're not applying our understanding past what thus says the Lord. All right.
God,
Anything else is null and void. You see? It's carefully sought out, man. All right. We sought out things carefully, right? Because if we don't sort out things carefully, all right, we begin to what? Speak things of our own heart, man. And the Lord don't operate like that. You see? Is uh give me that 8. Quashad, where you at? 14 and 8.
14:8.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 8. It says, the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit.
Yeah, the wisdom of the prudent is the what? Understand his way, right? And we pounded the path of our feet, which we watch it where our foot go, which really ultimately goes into your mind on how your mind travel. We be intense and sharp. All right, we be keen in how we moving and what we doing. That's understanding you're moving. All right. If you watch where your foot is going, now you start to understand you're moving. All right. Because understanding comes from within first. Before you can make somebody understand, you have to understand what you're trying to get over to them, man. All right. That's why the brother say, really, more or less, you know something when you could teach it. Now, it is, of course, there's the balance to it. All right. There is some things, you may struggle in a little bit of teaching it, but you may know it perfectly. All right. But when you know it exquisitely, you're going to be able to teach it. All right. You're going to have that versatility in it now, man. All right. Y'all brothers got something? You got something y'all can now? I'm wide.
Yeah, I was just
That
going.
one.
Oh, good.
Hey, you got it. I'm what?
Yeah, I was just going to back up what you were saying. Like when you teach something, your understanding increases because now you're going from a state of, just being a parrot, repeating something you heard, but now you can explain it different ways because you have versatility. Because somebody could ask you something, they'll ask you a question in a way that you might not have memorized it in your head. So you got to explain it to them in the way
Yeah.
that they're asking. You're not just regurgitating something, you're actually breaking it down in a way that they can understand, which increases your understanding. We
Mhm.
actually get better, we gain a greater understanding of the scriptures the more we teach it. That's why we can do the same lesson over and over again, but different scriptures come out, different points are made, and we build ourselves up. Going back to Ephesians 4, we edify each other in love. You got it up.
I got
Yeah.
like three.
Go ahead, bring them all out. See, you
I
got three.
got you.
Three of them things.
That's an inside joke.
Yeah,
That's an inside
yeah, I
joke.
got
Go
three
ahead, all
scriptures
right.
right quick.
Three precepts. Go ahead, all
Psalms
right.
119 and 98. It says, "Through thy thou through thy commandments has made me wiser than my enemies. But thou, my bad, for it says, they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for the testimonies are made my bad. For the testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancient, because I keep thy precepts." And the other one was Proverbs 8 and 9. It says, "They are all plain to him that understand it, and
Mm-hmm.
right to him that find knowledge."
Right. They plain. They plain, right? That's why I
Plain.
say write them, huh?
They plain. Like
Yeah, they
plain.
plain. Come. That's why he say make it what? Plain upon tables that they may run that read it. Because once you start understanding more, man, you start to running with this thing, man. All right. You start to taking off because your understanding is is giving you confidence in the way you walking and moving, man. That's what confidence do. It have you in the forefront, not second guessing. Cause see, even in understanding, we can't be second guessing our understanding because it's gonna look like we don't know something. All right. And now if it's looking like we don't know something, man, all right, it automatically plagues our understanding. It's gonna plague your own mind. All right. It's gonna start to, be as if things is getting heavy on you. All right. Understanding have to have a free flow as well, man. All right. It's just like anything else, man. It's levels to whatever you're dealing with. And we gotta know that the level that is required of us to be teachers, all right, to trust and have faith in the scriptures, man. All right. We know that our understanding got to be up to par, man. It gotta be on a level, man. All right. That's the only way it can happen. You got something, Samaki?
This last one I got.
Con.
Oh,
The
yeah, yeah,
last,
yeah. My bad, Salaki.
the last one I got is Proverbs 17:24. I had to bring this one. "Wisdom is before him that has understanding, but the eyes of a fool are in the ends of the earth."
Yeah. They walk it everywhere. All right. Wisdom is before them that have understanding, man. It going before them. You see? The fool eyes is in the earth. That's his heart. Say a wise man eyes is in his head. Get that, I'm a wise. since I quoted it.
You don't know, like you can't study his word, the scriptures, or the things that he don't understand. He worrying about how the pyramids got there. He worrying about
Huh.
did Adam have a belly button? Dumb shit, man. You know,
Yeah. That's why I say,
but he don't even understand his nationality. He don't even know his nationality. He don't know what's going to happen. World, you know. But that's Jake though. But ask him about one of these celebrities or the newest song by one of these young cats. He know it. He it's all cute. But to know what's the name of the Lord, all right? Who did the Lord die for? Those critical things. He don't know that, man. But go ahead. Let me let the brother in.
yeah, you can't give me Amawar, you got it?
Yeah, I
Give
got
me
it.
Sirach. Give me Sirach 21 and 7. All right. One of y'all brothers can hold that on deck, Kyle. I got you on Mama Samaki. Go ahead, Amawar.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 2, verse 14. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walketh in darkness.
Yeah. And there's really no kind of way to walk in darkness. Turn all your lights off and walk around, man. Yeah, we know our house, right? So, but go as if you don't know your house, man. Turn all your lights off. We're gonna see how that work out for you, man. See how you can make that plain and understanding, and you don't have to, go to the moon and the stars, shoot up to like a rocket to get that over. The fool walk in darkness. You can't see in darkness. But the wise man eyes is in his head. He know where he's going. All right. What he's doing, what he's saying. It ain't just going until he know where he's going. We look at where we going. We communicate on where we're going to somebody. All right. It's all the levels of it, man. You know?
I got two more.
Go ahead.
Proverbs 15 and 14. It says, "The heart of him that has understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of fools feedeth on foolishness." All
My
right,
bad.
there.
Somebody, I was looking at something. Read it again.
Proverbs 15 and 14. The heart of him that has understanding seeketh knowledge, but the mouth of feedeth on foolishness.
Yeah. The mouth of food feed it on foolishness, man. All right. Niggas, they eat anything. All right. We watch what we eat. We even watch what we intake. All right. Because what we intake, we have to give back out. So even with understanding, okay, I gotta have understanding of what I take in. All right, because this is not profitable for me to give out, man. Because you give out something that's unprofitable, it makes you unprofitable. Anybody you giving it to, how can they profit from something that's unprofitable? All
I
right.
mean,
So it's a waste of understanding. Really, there's nothing to waste when you're using versatility and understanding. It's
let
nothing waste. Everything is a game. All
me get
right.
this. Let me get this last one off. I got to real fast.
Go
It's
ahead.
Psalms 19 and 7 down to 8. It says, "The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul. Testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. The statute right, rejoicing the Lord. The commandment of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes."
Come on, somebody, brother, got a
Yeah,
they pages and shit, all kind of chitter chatter and all that. Like I couldn't really even hear the brother. It just brother gotta mute their phones or something. They messing with the page. I couldn't even hear the precept the brother brought out. But
you can get it again real fast.
come on, get it again out. Salaki. Just get it for him, Mama Watt.
Yeah, it's Proverbs 9 and what?
He got it. He go.
So this one, Psalms 19 and 7. It says, "The law of the Lord is perfect, converting the soul.
Mm-hmm.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Mm-hmm.
The rules of the Lord are right, rejoicing the heart. And the commandments of the law of the Lord is pure, enlightening the eyes."
Right. And that which enlighten the eyes gives you sight, man. I think I had brought that up. You see, the things that enlighten the eyes gives you sight. All right. And the things that you see, you can now go towards. You can now approach, man. All right. But the things you don't understand, you see, you got to leave alone. That's darkness. All right. The things that's out that we don't really understand have a boundary. You don't even need to understand all things. Like Jacob believe he got to understand everything. All right. There's a level to that. Jay got to catch themselves because once you start to get wisdom and knowledge, you just want to start picking up every single fucking thing, man. That ain't your mind can only work and go so far. All right. You gotta have a sense of understanding on, wait a minute, man. I'm trying to understand everything under the heavens, man. Zay, you're gonna get bogged out, man. Okay? You have
Hey,
to understand and grow in the things you need to understand. And now, yeah, brothers gonna understand other things. We get it. But you gotta at least understand the things you're supposed to understand. Go ahead, out.
somebody get the example with when Ezra's when the angel told Ezra's try to go overboard. You know?
Yeah. It said thy heart has gone too far in this, man. All right. The Lord was giving him understanding of what he was giving them in, in the parables, and different things. And then Ezra's heart went too far. Go ahead, I whoever
It's
got it.
Second Ezra chapter 4, and really the whole chapter is good, but I'll start at the top. It says, "And the angel that was sent unto me, whose name was Uriel, gave me an answer and said, Thine heart hath gone too far in this world, and thinkest thou to comprehend the way of the Most High?"
Yeah. So that's a boundary in which we comprehend the things we're trying to understand. That's why I say seek not out thou things that are too high for thee. If it's too high, then you can't understand it. And it's okay if you don't understand something. All right. You could go into brothers and see if you can get the understanding. And if you don't, all right. If it's something outside that pertains to your salvation, if you don't understand it, you all right, Jake. That don't mean you may not be a man of the Lord because you don't know that, man. Men get bent up out of, man, I don't know that, brother. Like, nah, man. Do you understand salvation? You understand brotherly love? All right. You
Well,
understand this, understand that? Then yes. All right. Go ahead.
also, too, sometimes you gotta have patience because it'll be something that you want to know right now. It ain't for you to know right now. The Lord make apostles, a regular brother up that particular topic you want down the line sometime. Yeah, it been times early on I was in the truth. I was trying to go a little too fast, and every time I try to go in this particular lesson, the Lord had me go to sleep, man. Or the elders will go into a particular lesson, and I'll just fall asleep. And then when it was time for me to get nourished up, and I was nourished up per se and built up more, the lesson that what I wanted to know, the particular topic, particular scripture I wanted to understand on, it came out. It was natural. Oh, that what that mean. All right, and I took notes and I did what I had to do. It's time
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. It's time and understanding is there's timing for understanding too. Sometimes you can understand something too quick and it'll bug you out. Or you can't get the understanding of it. All right. And that bugs you out. So either way it goes, it's still a balance in which, things need to be understood, man. All right. One of y'all brothers was holding something.
I'm gonna keep going on this Edris real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm holding still.
God, I'm holding too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this out. This verse 3. It says, "Then said I, Yea, my Lord, and he answered me and said, I am sent to show thee three ways, and to set forth three similitudes before thee, where, whereof if thou canst declare me one, I will show thee also the way that thou desirest to see, and I shall show thee from whence the wicked heart cometh. And I said, Tell on, my Lord. Then he said unto me, Go thy way, weigh me the weight of the fire, or the measure me the blast of the wind, or call me again the day that is past." Then answered I and said, What man is able to do that, that thou should ask things of me? And he said unto me, If I should ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, or which are the outgoings of paradise, peradventure thou would say unto me, I never went down into the deep, nor as yet into hell, neither did I climb up to heaven. So basically, he's telling Ezra, like, look, you don't understand the things on the earth. I'm gonna break down to you the things in the heaven, the things in the deep. You can't even weigh fire. You don't know how long wind is. How do you measure wind? He's like, he's just bugged out right now. But he was asking of things above his measure. And the angel had to check him, like, look, you a man. Stick with the things you're supposed to know, which is, the commandments, the prophecies. You don't need to get all deep off into this and that. That's not gonna make you a better man of the Lord. You got it out.
But the Lord increase and pull out understanding as he please. All right. It ain't, you don't get understanding because you just like, oh, I'm building myself up. Nah, the Lord is just increasing you. And we got to remember that too. It's like, oh, I've been in this thing. I just got understanding. No, the Lord been increasing you since you've been in this thing. Let's not push past that. The Lord been increasing your understanding. All right. You can't get nothing. It says, I got to pull that. Give me John 3 and 27, Kayal. And then we're going to get what you got, Samaki. You owe us something, right, Samaki? Give me John 3 and 27. A man got to even understand this, man. There's secrets to understanding.
This is John chapter 3, verse 27. It says, John answered and said, A man can receive nothing except it be given him from heaven.
So who built their own understanding in these scriptures? I doubt it. It's easy to say, yeah, God built. No, the Lord increased you through the gift of the increasing of his understanding, man. That's it. You could call it how you want, but nah, man. Like the Lord have increased you, man, according to the gift that he bestowed upon you, man, to open your hearts. He said, the Lord said, I had to open their minds, get it in Luke, to the understanding, man. I had to open their minds up to understand the scriptures.
My God.
Go ahead.
This Luke chapter 24, verse 45. It says, Then open he their understanding that they might understand the scriptures.
He opened their understanding, man. So if he had to open their mind up that they may understand the scriptures, we're the same people coming back. So the Lord is opening our mind, all right, through the gift of understanding. Understanding is a gift. That ain't something you just walk by and you get, man. It said through all that get understanding. There's a lot of reason why the people in the earth, all right, don't understand the Bible. You think that's by coincidence? No. The Lord haven't given them understanding, man. All right. He haven't given them seed unto their heart and culture to their understanding, man. That's heavy. Man, that second edge is heavy, bro. All right. But go ahead, brothers. Y'all get off what y'all got. Brother got some market. Start with you, some market.
Okay, this Psalm 111 and 10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all they that do his commandments.
Beautiful. You got it.
His praise endures forever. So yeah, you got to get the basics down, fearing the Most High, and and if you got good understanding of wisdom, you'll be doing his commandments. So that'll be the building block for that. Then you get the deep breakdowns, you can suck up more milk, then you can get to the meat of the scriptures, and you can go into history. But first you got to start off with that fear. And that's the main thing.
That's right, man. And that's that. I got a precept, brother. That was heavy. You can read that again, Samaki and Bayan. Give me Sirach 21 and 11. Just a precept, that brother. This a heavy one, because even in understanding, if you told a man, hey brother, in order to get understanding, you gotta feel something. Man, without them
Mm-hmm.
knowing the Lord or knowing this, they're gonna look at you like, if I'm trying to understand something, why would I need to fear something? Right?
If
It don't even make sense almost. Go ahead.
if I can make a point, when you feel something, you studying it. All right, you pretty much you knowing all the ways that that thing could affect you,
Yep.
right? And it's like, we all right, my fear is spiders, all right. I know everywhere they be at. I know when them bitches coming, you know what I'm saying? So it's like the same with the Lord. If I overstep this boundary, I know he gonna come some type of way like this. We might not know how it's gonna happen, but we know he coming, you know?
Yep.
But I just wanted to make that point, man.
Yeah,
When you
it's
feel something,
understanding in the fear you have.
you
You
understand.
watch, you understand how you fit. Like,
Yeah.
so even the Lord require your understanding and feeling him. You can't just say, hey man, I feel the Lord. Now I ask you how you feel him, you like,
I don't know.
I don't know, man. All right, we understand what we fear. All right, so we can reveal how we understand. So now we can apply what we understand. All right, if you don't understand something, there's no applying it. Wisdom is knowledge applied. And once you apply the knowledge, now you understand what you know.
Come.
Dummy is get the Sirach 21 and 11.
Con, I got you. This Sirach 21:11. He that keepeth the law of the Lord getteth the understanding thereof, and the perfection of the fear of the Lord is wisdom.
Right. So he that keepeth the law get the understanding thereof. Just like Samakia read, uh, you on it again?
Kind of want to read it. Okay. It's the Psalm 111 and 10. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. A
Mm-hmm.
good understanding
Yeah.
have all they that do his commandments.
Right. So a good understanding have they all they that do his commandments. And it says, in all thy in all thy getting get understanding. In the precepts, you hate every false way. So the commandments, the precepts, all right, which are the same things. All right. People just get bent all out of shape. A precept is a what? Is a commandment. Okay. It says, he that keepeth the law of the Lord, getteth the understanding thereof. So now you're getting a good understanding. You're getting a good thing. All right. It says, and the perfection of the fear, to complete the fear of the Lord is wisdom. So now when you complete in your understanding, all right, you complete the fear of the Lord, you get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And now you got the what? The cycle. Because wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is a cycle. All right. You gotta get the cycle. It says, he that is not wise will not be taught, but there's a wisdom which multiply bitterness. And a lot of Jake have got wisdom that multiply bitterness to them because of misunderstanding. Misunderstanding is a bitterness. All right, because you can't understand. All right, you missed the mark. All right, and it's something you want to understand, but you can't get it. So it bring about a what? A bitterness to the people that understand it. That's why niggas hate how y'all niggas know the Bible. Or how y'all know the Lord. They love these people. You just don't understand, my man. All right, and you bent out of shape because you don't understand. But hey, bro, the Lord gotta open your understanding up. We can sit here and tell you scripture after scripture, give you proof after proof, evidence after evidence. But unless the Lord open your understanding, we can't do nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, brothers.
Con, I got something. Because we've been talking about the Lord, opening our mind and everything. You gotta understand too is once the Lord open your mind, you gotta have time to receive the things that the Lord giving you. You know, it's the book of Sirach, chapter 38 and verse 24. It says, "The wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that had little business shall become wise." So you gotta pretty much make this thing mandatory. All right, this gotta be the center of your attention, and make time for everything else in the world. You gotta give time to this to wisdom. You're not just gonna be walking one day and the Lord just drop wisdom on you. Just the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the scriptures. He's not just gonna sprinkle it on your mind. You know, you got to sit down, you got to read, you got to do one-on-ones with brothers. All right, you got to be in conference calls, things of that nature. You know, watching videos, watching apostles. You got to give time to it, man.
You gotta be elected, man.
That's
Selected
right.
to bestow the wisdom on you, man.
Con.
As a gift. As you just read in John 3, man can receive nothing. Except it be given him
That's
for the
right.
heavens. You could desire understanding, but they got some men they ain't wasn't even nowhere in the world even looking for understanding. And then the Lord gave them understanding.
Con.
Where the people don't understand that. I remember a few years back, somebody was just asking me if I think I first, coming along or getting the knowledge, and understanding we Israelites and the beginning, the preliminary stages. And I was just talking and just talking about the Bible. And brother was like, how you understand it? Like I was like, I don't really know.
That's beyond me.
Like I knew, but I was like, it's of the Lord, but I couldn't like court. I was just like, I was like, I don't really know how to. I don't really know. I knew like it's of the Lord, but I couldn't explain to him like how they like how this, that, and that. I was like, I don't know, bro. Like he like I know it's right. He wasn't saying as if like how you know it's true. He's just
It's
saying like how you put it together or how you know it. I'm like,
the part of
I
divine,
really don't know, huh?
and that's because it's a part of divine intervention. I didn't practice. Go to some seminary school. It just happened out the
Yeah.
blue. All right. If you go back years, a person couldn't tell you that you was gonna be preaching on the highways and byways, dormant on, man. This is something
Con.
that's happened simultaneously, man.
No,
And the understanding that we have of going to the various books, the various topics, and understanding it just came right. And we see the scriptures as a puzzle. All the pieces are together. It's a clear picture. Most puzzle pieces are is a picture of uh landscape, beach. Well, those puzzle pieces are pictures of Yahweh Shem Shah, man, the kingdom, and we have put those pieces together to make a full. Well, we try to paint the pictures for you, but a lot of you numbskulls can't get it, man, because it ain't for you. It's like trying to tell a blind man directions, man, on a map. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, that's heavy because like you said, the way is made plain, like it's organic, right? Understanding, really, spiritual understanding is organic. We can't really, we can't really tell you how we discern. We can read and study and break bread with each other, but then they get a brother say something like, "I'm looking at the bar. How you saying that, brother?" Yeah, you ask the buddy like, "Man, I understand the spirit," which we are in tune with the Rakagwadash, man. And the Rakakadash aids us. That's why we have an unction to know all things. All right. That's been endowed with the Holy Spirit, man. Okay. Which allows us to be able to extrapolate the things in our mind and touch those areas that the Lord want us to get out to get over his understanding. Because even in lessons, all right, the Lord give us the words to give out what he want to say, man. Okay. We don't even during the lessons, man. All right. The understanding coming of the Lord. You know, the Lord will put some in your mind to put it this way out to the people that they may understand it better. They may grasp it better, man. You got some Kushab?
Yeah, I got one for you.
You got it.
It's Proverbs chapter 8, verse 11. It says, "For wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it."
You got it.
Yeah, so with this wisdom, is nothing to be compared to it, man. It's the most precious thing that we can get on this side. People, they can't buy it, you can't sell it. It got to be given to you from on high, man.
Mm-hmm. And on and with wisdom, what? Come out of where understand why I say get understand. So when you getting this word of great value, all right. which is priceless, pretty much. That's what the word of the Lord actually means. All right. A word of great value is priceless, is wisdom. All right. Once you understand that you have something that's priceless, all right, you learn how to freely give when you have it, how to hold it back. You understand how to utilize it. Even with the understanding of the Lord, like, look, y'all don't be crazy. Don't be giving to an ungodly man. Don't be doing this. Don't, like limit your understanding of things you understand, man. Okay? Have control. And even with understanding, you gotta have control over it, man. All right, you understand it in a roundabout way. You gotta, because if you don't have control over your understanding, you're going ways that's not conducive to you, man. Go ahead, out.
That was
Oh,
it.
go
That's
ahead, out.
all I have.
Salaki. You got something, Bayan?
Kai, you had made 2 points. The one I wanted to get a precept for, how you was talking about, as we get this wisdom, we we start saying things that that we probably don't even remember. But obviously, it was like it was for it to come out, and the Lord obviously guiding our tongues to get the word out. And this is Proverbs 16:1. The preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. You hear me? But I
Break
had
that
another
down,
one.
brother.
Oh,
Break that
Con.
down. That's a good precept.
Yeah. Nah, just overall, like I said, as we over here giving these wise words, this is something that needs to come out, that we think that we have control of, but we do not. If it's coming out and brothers need to hear it, it's the Lord doing what He do to get the word out through us. We are the vessels that the word is going to come out.
Yeah. That's why we can't, there's no way we can speak on a lesson for an hour or two and remember every single word we said. That would, you'll be bogged out, man. Come on, man. All right. No one man could do that. I don't care who it is. You ain't gonna remember every single word you say, man. But the Lord knoweth every word that cometh of your heart. All right, that it was delivered out of your mouth, man. Because why? We have put our trust and understanding in Him. Go ahead, out.
That's all I had on that one.
All right, Con. You got something else? Hey, yo, you got something? Out?
Con, I want to get Ecclesiastes 7:12. It says, "For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it." And we start out talking about that versatility and understanding, and that's what's going to be your defense. That's what's going to defend you against the carnality, and also with the versatility, there's many different ways of defense. You could defend by dodging, you defend by blocking, you defend by parrying, and ultimately you could defend by countering. Knowing when to attack off your defense. So yeah, so it's versatile, and having a good understanding of the use of that wisdom helps you be versatile in your defense with it. You
Yeah,
got that.
yeah, brother. That's heavy. Nah, that's no point. Yeah, you versatile in your defense, man. And that's why, in all things, we try to be versatile in it. We don't want to be one way, because what if it's presented to us in another way? It's things that have been asked us on the block that have us to have to organize, or well, the way that we may have was taught it, it may be asked in a different way, but we still know what it means. So if they come up on the block and be like, well, married didn't have sex, right? Or ask a question, then now we got to formulate it to, well, look, brothers may go about it a different way, but we know the way that we was taught it, all right? Brothers may go backwards, forward, backwards, all right? But in the most part, always uh, teach it how you was taught, but sometimes they may catch you off guard by the way that they word what they asking you, man. All right. Now you gotta what? Now you gotta break it down, all right, in another way. So even with your understanding, all right, you gotta be able to what? Be versatile in it, man. And how you do it. All right. That's it's pretty much required to be a steward of the Lord. at this point. All right. If you one way, all right, if you just one way, you know how to do things all one way. Okay, you might get triumph, man. Okay, which lets you know, like, look, I gotta learn another way in doing it. You see, because if you seasoned with something, it's multiple ways to cook. Y'all brothers cook kalaya, different brothers. Y'all can it's different way to season something, and every time you season something, it could be the same food, but you can make it taste different. Yeah or nay?
Con,
Yeah
con,
or nay? Right? You can
yeah,
put too much
yeah.
less this, too much less that. All right. It's times I done ate the food with my woman or whatever, and it tasted like this was good. There's a time like, man, what you rush this? You had too much water on it, or like you just didn't make it good this time, like the last time. But understanding how to perfect the to make it one way every time, you'll be you'll be well off, man. Always having that perfect amount of seasoning. Okay, able to what add different things like I put this in it. Last time I did this, I sprinkled a little more pepper, a little more of that, put more red onions in it. You know, it helps to season it. It bring out the taste, in it, man. And we flavored. When you look at all y'all brothers on the screen, y'all brothers flavored, man. Everybody brother got their flavor, and they bring a seasoning, a different seasoning of understanding to these scriptures, man. You see, and what getting it out to the people, starting with the elder apostles, the elders. They all what we watch brothers because what they're different from us, and how they understand it and break it down. But we all what? We all under the banner of understanding that this is the understanding ultimately of the scriptures. All right. And we all breaking it down according to righteousness, man, which is beautiful.
I
You
got a
see?
precept out.
You got it.
Con. Just backing up, Kyle. You mentioned about the versatility. What this wisdom help us and what it'll do to us. But this is it's like in Proverbs 2, and I'm gonna start at 5. It says, "Then shalt thou understand the fear of the Lord, and find the knowledge of God. For the Lord Yahweh giveth wisdom; out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding." And it's the point. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly. And that buckler, that's an instrument that is very versatile. It's used for offense and defense. And that's what we have with this wisdom. Dealing with
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We have that buckler. And like I said, just backing you up with that versatility. That buckler is a very versatile weapon, to say.
That's right, man. I'm a why get Songs of Solomon 4, and it may be 16. Uh Nah, man, that's heavy because Sirach 21 and 15 said, "But skillful man hear a word, he will commend it and add unto it." Now we have heard a wise word. These words of the Lord is wise. All right. And what men have done, they have what? Added unto it, man. Okay. Not added unto it as in taking out and adding. All right. But what they have did, they have brought a flavor, a culture to it to where people can what? Understand it better, man. All right. Now, brothers are breaking it down like this. Brothers is breaking it down like that. So it's really no excuse for you not to understand it. So that's why when these people don't understand something, we know that the Lord don't want them to understand. You see, knowledge is easy to him that find it. They haven't found that this is knowledge. It haven't became easy to them. Now, that's not the boast of brag and say we easily know this thing. But what we're saying, well, once we understood it, it became easy to us. All right? It's easy now. Because why? We understand it. So understanding brings ease to things. All right. And that's why the whole world, a lot of people are uneasy about this thing, man. They haven't been soothed with the words of understanding or wise words. It said, but as soon as one of understanding heareth it, it displeased him. And he casted it behind his back, man. All right. Because he can't understand it. It's displeasing. And he bitter. Because there's a wisdom that multiply bit of bitterness. And he bitter because he like, how y'all know and I don't know. It's bitterness, man.
especially
Well,
Yeah.
You got it.
Yeah, especially if we look like him, because Jake got low self esteem. So how can these niggas know anything? I don't know nothing. They can't be telling the truth. That's why
Yeah,
they look to Esau. They look to the heathen for understanding.
that's right. If we look like him, he really better. Cause he like, nigga, how you now you grew up in a nine wall. Ain't nigga, you out the nine wall, nigga, you got Jordans on. Nigga, you got Nikes on. Where are we going, man?
So
You know, but
I
you
got a
gotta have
question.
understanding to serve the Lord, man. So if you don't have it, then you ain't Jake Doll out here. Jake Dormant. Jake don't got no flavor. Now, these people don't, when you don't have understanding, you blame. All right, you blame it's nothing cultured about you. You're not colorful. You're not nothing, man. All right, go ahead, Amwad.
yeah, this Song of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 16. Awake, O north wind, and come, thou south, blow upon my garden, that the spices thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come into his garden and eat his pleasant fruits.
Yeah, go up one where it says speak about the fruits, the different
Con,
fruits.
This is I'll go up to verse 10. It
12.
says how 12. Con. It
Yeah,
says a garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed.
yeah.
Thy
That's hold on. Let me break
con,
that
con,
down, brother. It says a
con,
garden encloses my sister, my spouse, a spring shut up, a fountain sealed. And the apostles and elders and you brothers is a spring that's shut up, all right, in a fountain sealed. Because we are like rivers of water that people can't drink, man. All right, starting with our apostles and elders, it's all this fountain, all this water, all this wisdom just flowing about. All right, and people can't drink of it because it's sealed. All right, it's sealed. Only those that are meant to get the water, all right, is going to be able to get it. All right, that's why the Lord said, "Garden enclosed." Okay, this this truth is a garden enclosed, man. All right, a spring. What? Who know a spring that can spout up water though yet it's shut up? So what do that mean? The same as what? As this wisdom and knowledge is going abroad or forth is like a fountain sealed because it's going everywhere, but everybody can't get it, man. And that's how you know it's talking about the Lord's special ones right here. Okay, those special ones being what? His men. Go ahead out.
it says thy plants are an orchard of pomegranates with pleasant fruits, camphire and spikenard and saffron, calamus, cinnamon, with all trees of frankincense, myrrh, and aloes, with all the chief spices.
Right. So the chief spices is in the house of the Lord. Starting our elders and apostles all the way down to you, brothers, man. It's chief spices, man. You got spankers and camphor and saffron, calamus, cinnamon. All right. That's all the what? The flavors of the Lord in his house, man. All
Con.
right. So now you understand that the Lord have versatility in his flavors, man. All right. You want to speak on it, I'm what?
Yeah, this just represents the body. There's different parts, like Apostle Paul said, there's different, not everybody can be a pinky, not everybody can be a kneecap, not everybody can be the head. There's different parts that make up a body, just like it's different spices that make up a table and make up an entree. You can't just have, nothing but pure meat everywhere. There's no, where's the flavor? Like
Yeah.
it's saying Job, like what's the flavor of the white of an egg? Like
Yeah.
who wants to eat that?
Yeah. You can't get nothing out of that, man.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, a fountain of gardens, a well of living waters, and streams from Lebanon.
Yeah, a fountain of gardens, a well of living waters. But it's a garden enclosed or a spring shut up in a fountain seal, man. So even having an understanding and knowing that, look, the Lord have put his understanding within his house, man. All right. And amongst his men. So we're able to convey things to each other to get, and brothers will be able to actually understand from the way a brother telling them what he's saying, that you will tell to somebody that's not in the know of this understanding. and they just wouldn't be able to know. It'd be like brothers, be like all the time, like, damn, brother, I ain't look at it that way. Or I didn't see it like this. All right. But it's another what? View of understanding. All right. Which ultimately ends up your understanding, man. Because now you don't see it just your way, but you see it what? Multiple ways. You see? But we get ready to close it out. You got something?
Yeah,
Nah,
I got
go ahead.
like
You got
yeah, backing you up with the diversities that you were just saying. This is First Corinthians
Wait,
12
hold on,
and
hold on, hold on, hold on, Salaki. Read the last verse. Amwai in that 16.
Con,
My bad, Salaki. He ain't finish it out.
for sure, buddy. It's cool.
Song of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 16. Awake, O north wind, and come, thou south, blow upon my garden, that the spices thereof may flow out. Let my beloved come into his garden and eat his pleasant fruits.
And Song of Solomon is just kind of like a love, with the wisdom, Solomon just kind of uplifting the love, the beloved. All right, and Solomon, the elect, all right, his they intertwining with love, all right, in the heavenly Father, how he's just beloved of it, that he love it, his soul desire it, all right, and like he said, man, blow upon my garden that the spices thereof may flow out. You saying spices of understanding flow out to the earth, man, and each a different one of you brothers, man, you know, including myself, man. It says, and eat of the pleasant fruits. When we come in the garden, we eat of the fruit of the Lord. That's why it says, and Sirach, second Esdras 8 and 6, it says, if I seed to our understanding and culture to our understanding, that it may come fruit of it. All right. So once our culture, our understanding get cultured, fruit then comes of it, man. What? The increase of the body and love, man. All right. And that's how we eat of the fruits of the garden of the Lord. But go ahead, Bayan.
God, yeah. Again, just backing you up with the diversities of the different brothers, but how it'll still bring around the same understanding, but in different ways.
Come.
Uh, this is First Corinthians 12, and I'm gonna start at 4. It says, "Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit, and there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord,
Yeah, the
and
same spirit and the same Lord, the same baptism. All right. Here we're in the same water of the word, but though yet this water going out in many ways, man.
God,
Right? You all been blessed to have some of this water of the Lord. In order to know the Lord, all right, we have to be blessed with the water of the word, man. All right. We are the rivers of living waters. You know, go ahead.
it says, verse 6, and there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. But the manifestation of the Spirit is given to every man to profit withal. For to
You got
one is given by the Spirit of the word of wisdom. It's about to go down and break down the different gifts, but it all pertaining to one thing. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But what was verse 8? For to one is given by the Spirit the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another divers kinds divers kinds of tongues,
diverse.
diverse kind. I know it go into diverse, but so it meant diver then. Okay. Diverse kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. But all these worketh that one in the self same spirit, dividing to every man severely as he will. For as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body being many are one body, so also is Yahweh Shai Mashiach. And again, that's just going through. the different parts of the body, but again, it's all coming back as one. As many men have different talents in this thing, strong points on different views of things, but at the end of the day, it all comes back to one. You hear me? Just backing you up with the different spices in the garden too.
Yeah, all our understanding comes together that we may have one understanding. That is the understanding of Yahweh Yahushai at the end of the day. All right.
Same with Yahweh Shah, Yahweh, and the Holy Ghost. They all in agreement. Just like us, we're in agreement. We're one. Same thing when you get on a plane, you go to those brothers in London. Guess what? They're not gonna speak nothing different than what we're speaking. Same thing when you go to another state. It's gonna be the same thing. You get on the topic of the virgin birth, you're gonna hear the same thing. It might come out different. The understanding of the sound doctrine of it is gonna be point blank, no
Yeah.
different.
We
Right?
yeah, you're right. We all know that what? Mary didn't have sex. I mean, Mary had sex, man. Salaki. We all know that. All right. Now, how brothers can bed teach, some brothers can get more precepts on it or whatever, whatnot. But nonetheless, we all know, all right, Yahweh Shah was created by a man and a woman. Go ahead, Art.
Just like the topic of can the Edomites make it? You're not gonna hear nothing different. Edomites can't
For
make
real.
it for the various cities, states, countries, and all the brothers of GMS gonna say the same thing. You know, not like these other groups. You hear these unity camps come together. It's very different beliefs of all type of stuff, man. You got one guy he believes in polite, other guy he believes in this person, that understanding. That's off, man. And that's why we don't. That's why we don't join those other groups, man. We're sticking to the scriptures, all right? That's why these churches of this time are all different. You got some churches believe in the New Testament, some believe in the Old Testament, some believe that there is no so called Jesus Christ. It's all over the goddamn place, man. Right?
Yeah, as the brother on point. So understand they have to be one, though yet it can be as great, big as it is, all right, it's still one understanding. We under one banner of understanding, man. All right. Though there's what? There's a lot of versatility in it. There's a lot of different ways to understand something, but that way gonna always come back, all right, until the what? The holy understanding. And that's what we under. We under a separate understanding from the world, man. All right. Even the Rakakwadash is separate, it's holy. All right, it's undefiled. Okay, it's not polluted. You see? So even understanding that the spirit that worketh in us and dwelleth that in us, man, is just the understanding is just really miraculous. It's really on a miraculous level, man. All right, really, words can't put together what understanding have done for our lives. It have changed our lives, man. All right, brothers say it all the time. All right, man. I Father knew, man. I ain't know this. Now that I know this, man, we have changed our diets. We have changed our habits. We have changed the way we love, the way we look at things. We changed the way we walk, the way we act, the way we talk about the things we get into. Understanding that all that, man. All right. It ain't what we knew. It's once we understood what we knew. All right. Then came the what? The change, the trajectory in which we changed, man. You see? But that's all I had. Go ahead, Amwat.
Yeah, they say if you knew better, you do better.
Yeah,
That's us. That's the remnant of Israel. That's the elect. We
yeah,
know better, so now we doing better. You got it.
yeah. We understand now that look, we should have knew better, right? And once we knew from that, it's like we taking off now, man. That's why when a brother like, look, if you don't be all over the place when you need to understand something, man, because that's important. Your understanding is a reflection of our understanding too, especially if you with us side by side every day. All right, brothers understanding got to get a what up the speed too. Not saying as if mine's higher than brothers, but we gotta watch brothers understanding, man. All right, that they ain't secretly understanding some other shit, man. Like, whoa, brother, they ain't the way we understand it. Oh,
Con.
all right, brother.
That's why
You
the
got it.
scriptures about being mindful of making many books, man, because there is no end. All it's gonna do is bug you out. You gotta understand. When you're seeking knowledge, sometimes you gotta let things marinate too, man. You can't just sit up there and just pile everything up in your mind. You're gonna bug yourself out. I done seen guys bug themselves out in the scriptures. All right. And then jumping from different books, right? Because sometimes we get into different books or different so-called other like the Quran. The only way I study the Quran is to counter these people that's that are so-called Muslim that might come up with different try to bring those different topics up, and I can counter them and cut them in the scriptures with their own history, their own uh uh medicine. And that's the only reason why I would study something like that. Different other the Book of Mormons. Cut them up. But you got to do that when you're ready too. It's a time that you got to go into that. You can't be a guy freshly new into the truth and trying to dive into somebody. You're gonna bug yourself out. You're gonna start to believe the same thing that you just come from. You're gonna start to believe it again, man. So that's why you get built up.
Yeah, wisdom building a house, but understanding what it takes to build a house. All right.
It takes time.
Understanding what it takes to keep it up. Yeah.
It takes you just because you put down the foundation of house don't mean you can start putting things on top of it. The
Yeah, it ain't
next
ready yet. Con.
concrete
Con.
got and galvanized with the metal and everything else that's inside the concrete. The concrete got to dry. Can't just jump and just start putting stuff on top of it. Wait, it takes time to build a house, man. This is as we building now. It's not, and we on the Lord's time. We ain't on our own time. If it was up to us, this shit would have been over with, man. But it's not. The Lord got a few more things he wanna make clear in the earth, man. But go ahead,
Right. Yeah,
go
we
ahead.
have to understand salvation and that we got to wait for it. And all things, it requires understanding, man. And understanding has a patience with it, a patience with it, right? That's going because we understand we gonna get immortality, the kingdom of heaven. We can't just wake up and get it today. All right. So even with understanding requires patience. It takes understanding to understand.
Yeah, you
God,
do.
I'm
no,
bogged
for real,
down.
real though.
But it's real though. But nonetheless, man, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. It was able to give brothers in the spirit of not taking understanding for granted, but understanding that we definitely have to pay respect towards it, all right, and always honor it, keeping it in our hearts, knowing that this is why the Lord require us to know Him. This is the way He require us to know Him through the way of understanding, man. All right. So with that, we're gonna give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Agim that's pushing the truth and sincerity. To the next time, Shalom. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.